In the spring of 1900, a group of Greek sponge divers was blown off course by a fierce storm. They took shelter near the tiny island of Antikythera. When the storm cleared, a diver descended to inspect the seabed, only to return to the surface in a state of terror, babbling about a heap of dead, rotting corpses on the ocean floor. In reality, he had stumbled upon one of the greatest archaeological treasures in human history, the wreck of an ancient Roman galley. Amid statues of marble and bronze pottery and luxury goods, lay a small, unpretentious object that would completely rewrite our understanding of human technological history. For nearly 2 years, the treasures of the shipwreck were catalogued at the National Archaeological Museum in Athens. Nobody paid much attention to a small green corroding lump of bronze and wood. It was placed in storage, ignored, until one day in May 1902. When an archaeologist noticed that the lump had dried out, cracked, and split open. What he saw inside defied belief, the distinct, unmistakable outline of precision-cut gear wheels. It looked like the inner workings of an 18th century clock, yet it had been buried under the sea since the 1st century BC. How could such technology exist 2,000 years ago? Decades, the device remained a mystery. It was too fragile to dismantle, and the corrosion had fused the internal parts solid. It was not until the late 20th century, with the invention of high-resolution 3D, X-ray, and CT scans, that scientists could look inside the block. The results sent shock waves through the scientific community. Enclosed within the box were at least 30 interlocking bronze gears, some with teeth as small as 1 millimeter. It was a mechanical masterpiece, exhibiting a level of design and manufacturing complexity that historians believed was impossible for the ancient world. What was the purpose of this machine? As scientists deciphered the tiny inscriptions etched onto the bronze plates, they realized they were looking at the world's first analog computer. By turning a hand crank on the side, a user could calculate the exact position of the sun, the phases of the moon, and the movements of the 5 planets known to the Greeks. It predicted solar and lunar eclipses with minute precision, accounted for the moon's irregular orbit, and even tracked the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. It was a mechanical calendar of the cosmos. Who could have designed such a sophisticated device? The mechanical complexity points to a school of mathematical genius. Tests on the inscriptions revealed that the calendar dial used names of months that were specific to Corinthian colonies, particularly Syracuse. This has led historians to link the device directly to the legendary mathematician Archimedes, who lived in Syracuse and was famous for creating mechanical planetariums. Though Archimedes was killed in 212 BC, the Antikythera mechanism was built decades later, proving his mechanical genius was passed down through generations. The Antikythera mechanism forces us to ask a terrifying question. What happened to the ancient scientific revolution? The technology in this device is so advanced that nothing of equal complexity appeared in Europe until the development of astronomical clocks in the 14th century. For nearly 1,500 years, this knowledge was lost. The Greeks were on the verge of an industrial age, possessing the mathematics and mechanics to build complex machinery. Had this technology been allowed to develop, the history of the world would look entirely different. How did such a profound technology simply vanish from the face of the earth? The answer lies in the collapse of the Hellenistic world. As the Roman Empire expanded, they valued military might and administrative order over abstract scientific research. The workshops that built these mechanisms were destroyed, the craftsmen died, and the bronze required to make them was melted down for weapons. The knowledge became a forgotten art, written off as myths. The Antikythera shipwreck is the only reason we know this technology ever existed at all. The Antikythera mechanism stands as a monument to what humanity can achieve, and a warning of how easily it can all be lost. What other wonders are waiting to be pulled from the depths of the ocean or the sands of time? Subscribe to the Untold Archive and join us on our journey to uncover the lost chapters of history. Leave a comment below. Do you believe there are other ancient computers waiting to be found?